Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Lean Publishing Tip of the Day, where I'm going to be showing off our new iPhone and iPad iOS app, which we're very excited about. Sorry for a bit of the delay there, getting started here live on the live stream. For anyone watching the recording of this, as always, please skip ahead to the 2-minute mark. We always try to give everybody a little bit of time to jump on the live stream if they do happen to catch us live. But most people watch the recording, and that's what this is mostly for. So with that said, as always, there is a blog post accompanying this Lean Publishing Tip of the Day. You can find it on our blog at leanpub.com/blog. If you don't see it there, as I always like to say, just click the magnifying glass, search for the keywords that you see in this blog post here, and then you should be able to find it. Obviously, the reason to do it is helpful links and stuff like that. To do the blog post instead of the live stream or the recording of the live stream is to get the helpful links and stuff like that. If you have any questions about Leanpub or anything like that, you can search our help center for all kinds of answers to questions that hundreds or even I think over 1,000 questions that authors have asked us over the years, and readers. If you like watching these videos, if you like learning about self-publishing, about book marketing, about stuff like that, writing, just talking about writing, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. On that channel, you'll find, in addition to these kinds of tip of the day videos, you'll also find new release videos and book launch videos. We've got over 200 of those now, and we did a lot of work to increase our pace on those, so those should be coming out more frequently. And you'll also find podcast videos, which I just absolutely love doing, where I get to talk in depth with Leanpub authors who have come from all kinds of backgrounds, all kinds of careers, all kinds of interests, writing about all kinds of things from all around the world. So if you're into writing and books and just general interest podcasts, the Leanpub podcast is a good one to find. So with all that said, we're approaching the 2-minute mark. 3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Lean Publishing Tip of the Day live stream, where I'm going to be talking about our brand new iOS app. We are extremely excited about this. This is a very big deal. One of the so if you're watching, please go to the App Store. You'll find a Leanpub app available for download there. Please download it and get started writing. You'll have to sign in if you've already got a Leanpub account and stuff like that. But it's really amazing. It's Leanpub in your pocket finally. When I say finally, the funny thing is that we did actually have an app about 10 years ago. It was not as good as this one is. This one's really amazing. That one was good. It was good that we tried it. If you do see this video, if you do come across the Leanpub app, please leave a rating and a review. The ratings and reviews here are still up from 10 years ago, and we'd really like to push them down. They were all honest, and we love honest feedback. But if you like the app, please rate and review it. And download it and get going. If you have any feedback about the app, if you have anything in it that you'd like to see that you currently don't see, please email us, the team at hello@leanpub.com. We'd love to hear your feedback about it. But yeah, definitely, we're just so excited. Please go to the App Store or whatever if you're interested and download the Leanpub app. It's amazing. Like I said, it's Leanpub in your pocket. It's very, very cool. We're so excited about this. And in today's live stream, and I'm going to be using actually iPhone mirroring for the first time myself, in order to just, not for the first time myself, but for the first time in one of these StreamYard live streams. So I'm very actually excited to sort of see how that works out as well. So let's get going on that. So first thing I need to do is remove this screen, remove it, stop screen, share screen, go to window, iPhone mirroring, share. And then they have this add to stage thing. All right, so here we go. Sharing that. I could see I got a little kind of preview here of what it looks like on Instagram as well. So it looks pretty good. I guess it's sort of funny to be looking at an image of a phone on your phone. That's probably the way most people on Instagram would be seeing this. But there you go. So here's the Leanpub app. You can get it on the App Store right now. It's free, of course. Sign in, and the first thing that you'll notice, when you get into the app, is that you can explore books. You can search by author, title, and category here in the search bar right at the top. We actually love having a featured book at the very top of our homepage. It's to help authors love it, and we love to highlight our authors and their new books or best-selling books or just interesting books and stuff like that. So right at the top is the featured book. By the way, if you're a Leanpub author and you'd like your book to be the featured book, just please email us at hello@leanpub.com. with your featured book request. Please have a link to the book. Please make sure that your, about the book information is all up to date and looking good, and that you've got a nice author profile picture and description of yourself and stuff like that. But you can just ask us, and we can then consider putting your book in the queue to be featured. People can then scroll down, obviously, and they can see various similar things to like what we display on the homepage. Here's a bundle of books that it's available. Here's a bunch of books that are probably, mirrored what's on our homepage. Here's another bundle. Here's another bundle. A bunch of very cool bundles available for sale on Leanpub. People can explore. Let's just click into a book here. Here's a really cool one. Here's what the page looks like, or the screen looks like if someone goes to a book. I think it just looks awesome. Your book will be displayed if you're a Lean. And by the way, this post is mostly for Leanpub authors because it's a Lean publishing tip of the day. This video, sorry, but obviously other people may see it. But yeah, the app just looks, sick, as our developers say. You can read about the book, and then you can toggle to read about the author, which is really cool. We try to be good about like not sort of making people scroll too much if there's longer book descriptions, but they can click the little arrow. Then we show the table of contents underneath. Wonder if I can grab this little slider. No, okay. I'm using my mouse to sort of control my phone here. Very neat. We also actually show this thing at the bottom, that if you have credits on Leanpub, which you can get with a reader membership, you can actually just one-click buy books on Leanpub, which is just really amazing. So if your main use of buying Leanpub books is going to be on mobile, we recommend using credits anyway. They're very cool. We'll do a better description of them anyway. But if you have a reader membership, you can use credits to buy books. That's just one click, which is really amazing. And it's sort of like how a lot of other kind of book apps work, which is this credit system. And anyway, that works on Leanpub. So that's the store. Let's just see what happens if I search for AI in here. Oh, good. So it immediately if I just tap AI into the search box, it immediately shows me all the categories. AI, it's sort of funny what's showing up here, but people add all kinds of different categories to their books, which is really very cool. To see what happens if I hit enter. Okay, so then it takes me to some cool looking AI books and bundles and stuff like that. So this is really great for discovery, really great if you've got some spare time looking for books. Here's what a bundle page looks like. This bundle is Thad McElroy's book, The AI Revolution in Book Publishing. He's been on the podcast that I mentioned earlier, the Leanpub podcast. Check it out if you're interested in learning about AI and book publishing. Thad used our translation service. By the way, I didn't pick this book on purpose. It just kind of happened, but he used our TranslateAI service to translate his book into various languages. And then he made bundles of it. So you got the original in English in this case with the translation, which is what you're seeing here, which is very cool. If you're a Leanpub author and you're interested in our TranslateAI service for your book, please go to the leanpub.com website and click services at the top, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. So anyway, that's very cool. You can just sort of explore and find Leanpub books on your iPhone and iPad. If you've got a Leanpub account and you've bought books in the past, now they're all in your pocket. It's pretty amazing. You've got your Leanpub library right there. You can download books to read them offline, which is really amazing. I believe this should work in all the formats, basically, by the way. When I say that, that's a very deep Leanpub thing. On Leanpub, you can create books using our editor, basically writing on Leanpub, or you can upload books if you're an author. The upload feature is for basically either authors who are very picky, who have their own ways of making their PDFs and or EPUBs, or for people who've already published their book and elsewhere, and they've come from, maybe they're like, Amazon, I can earn more royalties per sale on Leanpub than I can on Amazon KDP. Why don't I upload my book to Leanpub and see how that works? So those books are available in either in PDF or EPUB or both, depending on what the author uploads, but it's in their own format. And I believe it's their own provided file. So we do a virus scan and stuff like that. But anyway, that should all work, even for upload book mode books. So yeah, you can just scroll down in your library on your phone or in your iPad. And yeah, that's very neat. And at the top, I'm just trying to scroll up here using my mouse, doing this iPhone mirroring thing. You can also search your library, which is very, very cool. Then the next thing here is our Leanpub Events. So this is a new initiative that we started, a little while ago. Basically, we've got we love. I mean, I in particular. I mean, Peter. We love talking to authors, and we realized we have all this in-house knowledge and stuff like that. Why don't we share it with Leanpub Events? Currently, there's no upcoming events, but you can find out about them here. Basically, what they are is they're author workshops. One of them is an on normal author workshop where we just introduce you to Leanpub. Um, whether you're a kind of seasoned Leanpub veteran or new to Leanpub, these are actually really useful. You can learn a lot of things, and there's also Q&A sessions at the end of the workshops. There's a Ghost AI workshop for our new Ghost AI skill, which is a set of skills, which is very, very cool. I mean, very so interesting the time we're in. So there's Ghost AI workshops, and there's also going to be book marketing workshops hosted by me that we're going to try and get people to sign up for. If you're interested in ever attending a Leanpub event, you can just find out about them here on your phone. I'm going to go to author last, but next, let me check out the account section. And by the way, for anyone who joined or who's listening or watching, sorry, Leanpub has an app out now for iPhone and iPad. Please go to the App Store and download it, and please rate and review it and stuff like that. There's a bunch of old reviews from when we first had an app 10 years ago. This one is new and way better, so please leave a rating and a review and stuff like that if you like what you see, just to help us out a little bit right now, getting past those old ratings and reviews and stuff like that. This is very cool. So what you can do here is you can sign up for newsletters, which we highly recommend you do. They're very cool. Uh, you can also change your email preferences here. There's wish list sales, stuff like that. Leanpub books. If you're not familiar with this, if you've bought a Leanpub book, it can be updated anytime, and unless you kind of like configure your settings. Otherwise, the author can let you know if they can send you an email if they've done a major update to their book, adding a new chapter, stuff like that. So you can opt in or out of receiving those book notifications here. Which is very interesting. Uh, there is also a purchases section. So you can see your purchases, which is very useful if you're kind of just trying to manage your account and sort of trying to figure out, what you've done in the past, what books were free, what books you paid for, stuff like that. So that's very interesting. Also as well. And yeah, and you can you can see your name and username and stuff like that here. We'll be building out probably more functionality in the account section in the future, but for right now, it's definitely more than good enough for using the app. And again, most people are going to be using it for their Leanpub library. But if you're a Leanpub author, now you've got your Leanpub kind of suite in your pocket, which is amazing. You can, if you want to update a book, you can do it on, sitting on a bus, sitting on a train, etc. You don't need to pull out your laptop, which is the way most people would have done it in the past. You can do things now, and this is I've never tested this before using the iPhone mirroring, but you can create books here, demo live iPhone book, we'll call it. Let's just see. So like it's that easy. Just type in a title. Very neat, showing you the kind of defaults that we'll use. Here we go. And so great. Oh, here we go. Little thing that always happens when you do things live. So yeah, so this is a little bit of a very Leanpub way of describing writing a book, but like edit your manuscript files is there we go, that little iPhone camera thing. I'll have to learn how to get rid of that. Yeah, but you can go here, tap off. It's this so there's sort of these explicit instructions, which I really like. Tap a file to edit, a section to jump in, or long press to delete. So if you want, this is a file here, and you can see that I can actually go in there and type. That should just autosave, which is really, really amazing. You can see that there's actually kind of WYSIWYG style controls at the bottom for our visual editor to make things bold and stuff like that. If you're using this, if you're writing, you're going to find, like there's a little kind of funnies going on. So what this did was it did like it added the two asterisks before and after the section to make sure that it's going to be appear in bold. This is a plain text editor, of course. I shouldn't have said visual editor. Yeah, but it's very, very neat. Yeah, and you can actually start dictating if you want to as well. Let's try that. Let's try that live. I've got to do some permissions. maybe it's not going to work. No, it didn't work because of permission, so I'll have to work on that. But anyway, that's very cool. Okay. So the way it works is if I move away, it's going to save and close. If it works, dismiss. So it was sort of was helpful to know that it doesn't work. Boom, boom, boom. Save and close. All right, so we found our first demo bug. That's very interesting. Let me go back, discard draft. But anyway, there we are. Oh, we've got a couple of questions in here. Thanks, Max, for saying that it's pretty cool. And a state of confusion. Thank you very much for saying the app looks great. Don't know who's giving us a 6.7 out of 10, but we value honest criticism, so that's fine. No, it's not available on Android yet, but looking ahead, that is the plan. At some point, I hope relatively soon. So we're really looking forward to that. Let me just go back to the main view. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching this. For everyone who watches the recording, we're really excited about this. Please check out our app on the App Store. Please download it. Please rate and review if you like what you see and all that kind of stuff. And if you have any feedback, please email us at hello@leanpub.com or reach out on social media, etc. And if you watch this video and you'd like to learn more, etc., please subscribe to our YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff. So thanks very much, everyone, for watching today.